guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, if this is your first time watching me, my name is Jay. I'm an Active Duty Green Beret, and I spent the last 13 plus years in special operations. My intent behind this channel is to share my experience and my wisdom with the future generation of soft operators, all right? So if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to the channel so you can help me get the word out to all future operators. All right. For the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of individuals reaching out to me wanting to know exactly which branch of special operation they should join. All right. They're trying to figure out if they should go Navy SEALs, Marsoc, or Special Forces Green Beret. Special Forces operators all like toasters. Let me explain. All right. I go to Walmart and I buy myself a $20 toaster. All right. You go on Amazon, you buy yourself a $2,000 toaster, right? We wake up in the morning, we feel like having toast. We put a piece of bread in there, we push the button, a couple of seconds later, toast pops out, right? Guess what? Your toast and my toast, they look identical. They taste the same. Only I spent $20 and you spent $2,000, all right? Check it out. You take a Navy SEAL, a Marsoc operator, and a Special Forces guy, and you put us anywhere in the world, and we're gonna move, shoot, communicate, and medicate like badasses, right? Because that's who we are. Yes, the selection process is gonna be different. The qualification courses are gonna be different, right? But at the end of the day, once we're done with that particular branch's process, you're gonna get a A-type personality that is willing to do anything and everything possible to accomplish whatever mission he or she is tasked with performing, right? Similar to the toaster. It can be $20 or $2,000. At the end of the day, it's gonna toast bread. Let's look at it a little bit deeper, right? Marsoc, Navy SEAL, and SF dudes, we're tasked with conducting the same missions, all right? Let's look at the infill platforms, sea, land, air, right? I know what you're thinking. Well, Navy SEALs can do, operation on boats and they do underwater stuff. Guys, you take a dive team and you put them in that role, they'll perform the same tasks, all right? So at the end of the day, capabilities are the same, selection process are different, few courses are different, right? But at the end of the day, you get the same dude. Now, I am a Special Forces Green Beret, so I'm a tad bit biased, right? Guys, not only do we make toast, we add a little bit of butter, right? With unconventional warfare. SF is the only unit within the DoD entities tasked with conducting unconventional warfare, guys. Aside from that, we're all the same, right? Case in point, the last 20 years, guys, what have all the Special Forces units been doing? They've all been running and gunning in Afghanistan and Iraq, fighting side by side, conducting the same missions, guys. Case in point, we're all toasters, right? We all move, shoot, communicate, medicate, and get the mission accomplished, right? With that said, how do you choose which special operation forces is right for you, all right? Currently, these are some of the metrics that guys are using to choose which branch and which units that they go into, all right? I'm not saying everyone does this, all right? But based on my experience and the individuals that I've been around, these are the metrics that I know that they've used to be where they're at right now, all right? Number one, guys, ancestry, all right? Guys, a lot of guys are gonna join the service that their grandfather or their father served in, all right? You have a lot of guys that will go to the Navy just because their grandfather was a boat commander, all right? A lot of guys will join the Army because their grandfather went to West Point and they want to follow in that footstep, all right? Once they get into that service and they want to do something better, they're going to gravitate towards whatever special operation unit that particular service has to offer, all right? And number two, they're influenced by Hollywood, all right? Guys, nothing against the SEALs, all right? But there's a bunch of movies out there about Navy SEALs, all right? Guys are going to gravitate towards that, all right? Whether they want movies made about them or not, I don't know, all right? But a lot of guys will join that branch because it's the sexy thing on TV, all right? Same could be said with SF, guys. A lot of dudes join the regiment because of John Wayne, all right? They want to be like the Duke, all right? Reason number three, guys, environment and exposure. Guys, I can guarantee you, if I grew up in San Diego or Virginia Beach, more than likely, I would be a SEAL, right? Because that's what I saw every day. All right. Just like individuals that are around Fort Bragg, more than likely, they're going to gravitate towards being a Special Forces Green Beret because that's what they see on a daily basis. All right. So your environment and your exposure does, in my opinion, play a big factor in which special operation units guys are joining. Reason number four, limited choices. All right. You might not be able to max out the ASVAB and get into the Air Force. right? You might not be able to score high enough to get into the Navy, right? So guess what, guys? You're stuck with the Army, the Marine Corps, and it's all right, right? Once you get into that service, you'll do what you need to do to get those scores up, and then you can gravitate towards special operations and do bigger things. Those are the 4 reasons that guys currently choose to go in the units that they're currently in, all right? Guys, here are some of the reasons why I suggest that you factor in whenever you're making your decision, right? Reason number 1, job satisfaction. Guys, you have to love what you're doing, all right? You're going to be doing it around the world in the shittiest of conditions, all right? You have to love the job, or else you won't be doing it long, all right? I love the job that I was doing, which is why I did it for 13 plus years, guys. Reason number 2, right? You have to love the culture, all right? Once you enter whatever special operation units you're going to, there has to be that sense of brotherhood. There has to be that sense of family, all right? Guys, I spent 13 plus years in the SF regiment, all right? I never had the itch to go to the SMU units or try out, right? I love the culture, the camaraderie that I had with my dudes. I never wanted to leave, right? You have to factor that in whenever you're getting ready to make your decision. Reason number 3, you have to look at your strengths and weaknesses, all right? Guys, if you're a weak swimmer or if you don't like rucking for miles on end, guess what? Navy SEALs and SF might not be your thing, all right? Nothing wrong with that at all, guys. You just have to be a realist and look at your strengths and weaknesses and choose the special operation unit that is best suited for you. Factor number 4 that I recommend looking at whenever you're getting ready to make your decision, see what that particular job equates to once you're getting ready to ETS or leave the military. I hope this information was helpful, guys, and I hope it helps you determine which branch and which special operation unit is right for you, all right? I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.